We started in '07. The building was purchased by Laura Jenkins, who had a barber shop on the one end, and it was her vision to restore the theater. And she, at the time, was cutting my hair, and she brought me over here, and I had seen it as a teenager, so I just thought it was a pretty cool place. And it's never been touched, and she helped start the board, and we've moved on from there to our, was an 8-member board. Now we're up to almost 16 members.
We each have our expertise.
Right.
Stan, even though Laura are good friends, you also have the background of construction.
Mm-hmm. And so I had that interest. I like antiques, old buildings, and our community. I was a maintenance director at the high school for 21 years, and everybody wanted our theater up there.
And I am, or was, the music, theater, speech and drama teacher. I directed the musical and such, and Laura contacted me because of my love for performing. And she asked if I would be a part of the board, and I was working with Stan at the time as well. And we had collectively developed our own auditorium and renovated that, so we had that background as well.
Yeah. And the demand for that auditorium at the high schools, they would do twice the events if they could get into it, and they couldn't. So we were just looking for another venue, and then when this came up, and as we got talking about it, we decided to form a board and go after it.
And Darlington is an extremely performance-oriented community. The status is we are working on the lower level, the flood mitigation, and the goal with the general contractors of Joe Daniels, we hope to have that completed by December 31st of this year, 2017. And then, as soon as possible, we will have retail downstairs, and then we'll continue the process upstairs for the restoration of the Driver Opera House to its, as close to the original state as possible, to be true to the authenticity of the stage and the environment. And then begin having wonderful events up here, whether it's the Pop Factory Players, or we have a dance school. They have their dance recitals right now on the high school stage, but this would be another venue for them as well.
When will this be done, do you think?
Well, again, we haven't had a chance, now that we're actually starting the process, to visit about that. Personally, if we can get it done as soon as possible, that would be ideal. Feasibly, I mean, if all the funds we can get, and we can just keep Joe Daniels working on this, possibly 2020.
Right. If the funds come in, well, we want to continue until it's done.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't want to have to put it on hold and then start it up again. But there's a lot of factors, and there's a lot of parts to this process. So we're still committed, and we have an amazing board that is contributing. Very diverse, but also very passionate about completing the project.